His career and sanctuary.
Was that not the, would that not be?
Huh?
Would that not be?
No, this is her. It was sent to her. Oh, no, I see what you mean. No, you see, yes, she's not saying what it technically is, but they're not going to let you go. And so do you know what, you recall what the email was or the email sent? And then she says no, then you can refresh your recollection, and then she can say, yeah, here's what it said. So you could object to it, you probably let it in. If they do object to it, don't let it in. Then just say, I'm going to have it marked here as an exhibit. Was this sent to you by him? Can you tell us what this was?
People that are
So yes, you could, but you can still do it again.
Alright. So after exiting, was overzealous. Did he say why?
Wait.
Oh wait, I'm down.
No, you're good. Did you say why? No. Did you have any kind of conversation regarding?
Did he say why? And then
I don't recall.
And then do you recall hearing the Kozak saying appearing your show would really save my animals?
No, email. You remember receiving an email from Kozak?
Oh, do you remember receiving an email?
After you booked him on the show, right? And then?
That wasn't after.
Yes. And then you say, you recall what emails said?
That he needed to appear on the show in order to save his career and his animal sanctuary. What if I don't remember that?
I don't recall what it was, but it is marked as exhibit number 16. Can I refresh my recollection?
Yeah,
But he should pick it up or whatever it is. Yep. If she's having a hard time, so is there anything that would refresh your recollection? Yes. What was that email? Here's email number 6. There you go. Take a look at it. Yep. Now to recall what he said to you. Yes. Spit it out.
This one is monkey see, monkey do, and I was like, monkey see,
And
monkey do.
then I put this in, I bolded it, so I wasn't sure. I said in your affidavit, David promised something game-changing with the chimp. Do you think all this training was stressful and frustrating to the White House? Is that too stretchy?
Yes. You're not getting her to say yes or no. You want her to explain. So what are you trying to get out of that?
That all this training to save Danny's training was pretty much to save the financial gain. Could it stress and frustrate the animal?
But that's not for me to say.
Yeah.
But you can talk about how in the beginning of your question makes sense. You can ask me that.
Promise something game-changing?
Yeah.
I don't know where I'd go with that, that's why.
But here's the thing. You got 3 things out of her. Those are things that you got in there. In closing, you can talk about. He needed to be on there because he was sinking. And by doing this, he even tried to thank you because it's going to save everything. And that's why he turned a blind eye to his own rules.
Alright,
So suggestions.
so I pretty much already got all my...
That's it. Sit down. Hopefully you guys got to share in 25 minutes. So you got what you need to get out of there. Right?
Yeah, because the next thing I asked, it's just overall, do you believe, because this character wasn't there the day of the incident, so I asked, how confident were you in the overall safety of the crew in the set? Just cut it out.
The phone call that like her and I had, she like pretty much just told me that everything was set on his end for the set that's for rehearsal, and that was all that was discussed.
You can say that. You can ask her that. Did you have a conversation with the owner?
I was trying to think of
The host.
The host? Did you have a conversation with the host prior to the rehearsal, you said? Prior to rehearsal? Yes.
And then, what did it regard?
Oh, but he wasn't doing
Or what was said?
Freaked.
What was said during this conversation?
That everything was set and should be in place for the safety guidelines, and everybody knew that the chip was going to be on set.
Do you have the taper packet?
What do you want me to say?
Well, you pretty much just said it.
But he's saying when he looked at it, he was happy with everything. You know, he's saying I'm happy with everything that's there. And now you got to show that he knew
I know this
that the
because
Wings would do that.
I'm actually.
But this is what they're referring to is them,
No,
not.
You
Not.
got to twist it.
Okay, gotcha.
They're just saying
Yeah, right
that he
here.
said everything's on there.
His,
You have to go
journal
after
reviews
that.
that he's written, monkey see, monkey
that they
do,
didn't do
safety
what they're supposed
implications
to
of
do.
training of primates.
I was also going to attack the idea through emails that she let all the other guests know that there was going to be an animal on set.
How's that helping you do it?
but it does, well, it kind of goes against their argument that, of the guidelines
Because I
that
remember
people should
last
know.
meeting you said something about you can't.
It's kind
go
of,
add extra
sort of
minutes
trying to
unless they
strengthen
have
our
something that
side.
they wrote
Let's say people are aware.
from what they
but
wrote, and then I saw
there
this,
is
and then I saw the thing,
actually
and I
no
absolutely
He's aware.
I guess
He's the owner of the animal. He
Well,
gave
yes.
you the guidelines,
Yes.
and he ignored the guidelines.
Well, I'm just, yeah, it has no
Close
purpose.
it.
Are you trying
Close
to
it.
say, like, when
Yeah.
I say that, like, yes, I didn't check up with my staff to see if they, like, you're trying to, like, say that, like, even though I didn't, she did? Is that what you're trying to say?
Kind of.
Because I held the safety meeting that the host and his makeup artist.
I want to say in the guidelines, it says.
But he was, the guy who died.
Yeah, he was the one that brought
Then
it
I
up.
would bring that up,
For what?
that she had a safety meeting.
She had a safety meeting.
So prior
On the
to
26th.
rehearsal, did you have a safety meeting?
Okay.
Yes. And then after this, what did you do at the safety meeting?
That's where I want to say it
What was said at the meeting, maybe?
Well, no, you're just gonna say that everybody knew that the animals on site, you gave the guidelines, we went over the guidelines, everybody was there, including the dead guy. By the way, don't say dead guy.
But I probably shouldn't say like,
And complete,
when I cross, I'm gonna say was.
there's no
Alex Grayson
deadline
and
on
it's
the
not, which is the host.
part
So
two,
he
what
didn't
do
violate,
they
he
do?
didn't violate the safety guidelines anyways.
Is it like end of the week or next Tuesday?
So prior rehearsal was their meeting. What was said at the meeting, who was there, essentially?
During the interview.
Did you go over the guidelines? Yes.
Yeah.
And then you had a full conversation with,
Brainstorm this with
Yeah.
someone.
Which is
and
going
what was that?
against the safety
I
guidelines.
was gonna say sheriff?
After he was already freaking out?
Wait, I have an argument.
That was regarding the,
I asked you. Wait, just in the middle of the question.
But
No,
on the
I
day of the
asked you
election, I
if you
wasn't
did,
there,
because
so
like when
I
we planned to
called
walk off the
Alex
stage
Grayson
to
and explained
give
that
the chimp
everything
signals
was
to answer.
And there's like
Wait,
runners
did your part.
between me and.
Yeah, you like,
But
I
the whole
asked you
thing
if it was
is,
okay if I could be left on the stage alone with the chimp. And you asked me if I had read the guidelines or if I'd eaten anything, which I hadn't because I usually didn't eat during the
Blind
days.
eye, he was
So-
telling you guys to do.
You told me that
Right
it would be
there.
okay for me to
Can't say you
interact
need small
with the chimp.
chickens, right?
When?
I'm kind of getting nervous
I
about
It's in
remember
my
that.
deposition.
It's in mine, it's mine.
That's why when I got up there and you started grilling me with questions, I had no idea what he was asking me because it wasn't in my deposition. So now I need to,
using it off of mine.
Had what you were there on the
so now I
day
need to go
of.
back and read everyone else's.
Make sure that all stuff is in place as you discussed. That's the stuff that you go after as well.
Monday this week because I really want to.
so don't even bother trying to,
Like it's a
say,
lot, it's a lot
I
on
mean,
the
we kind of
surface,
did
but
get
then
a
now
rule
that
that
we're
saying
doing
the
this,
guidelines were
you
outdated.
realize how the like little things
Right, just
that
gonna
you're
say that
missing.
you got the guidelines that they have. There was nothing, you know,
Weeks ago?
nothing that was updated they gave to us, is what he gave to us. The whole thing is that he follows his own
We also
guidelines.
have the 3 hour
Because
bus
of money.
ride to like talk out
He
any
wanted, he needed to have that.
problems
That's
that
what
we're
you're going
having.
after.
Yeah. Because I said, as potential questions, I said, in Exhibit 23, I showed before, regarding last updated at October 2013.
Hey, I got a great thing I just thought about for you.
Strategically, yes, you need to know.
In your closing, he gave us the guidelines are for 2013, they haven't been updated, he's familiar with these guidelines, he made them, and he's been using them for the last 5
You
years.
know what?
Yeah.
And he purposely ignored those because he was overzealous to get on the show, so it would save his career in the same show.
Believe me, I've done it.
Yeah.
And you told me that
So they
compliance
show you
wouldn't
what
hurt
they
a
do.
So I wouldn't
fly.
even say that now, but just closing. Alright,
You need facts,
Line
so you can get it closing. Because in closing, you can argue whatever you want to argue. It's your argument.
Yeah.
Nobody else. They don't have to believe you. But as long as the facts come out, you could argue it.
That's, yeah. Everything you just said, I want to add just in there, but then closing is perfect. That's it. That's all the questions I had, even other questions.
You have to always just think about how ready to
Okay,
go.
now I need assistance when I'm trying to cross myself.
Don't worry about what the other side
Ah.
is. They're gonna make the arguments. You're both gonna have arguments. They designed the product like this.
So, like,
So I'm gonna
there's
use
that
the
one, two.
Yeah, I wanna see.
but the thing is, I'll come up with
Where,
a,
so like.
I'll come up with
Alex
something
Grayson
without
was
writing it
boss.
down and present it to you tomorrow after class. So it gives me a motive to get it
He
done
like
really
took
quick.
away my position.
But now you're
I'm
cross-examining?
crossing, yes.
Okay.
Like an idea, like I'm not going to
in
anything.
the affidavit, it says how like
Just so you know,
Jameson
after
Park,
classes,
like
it
was
doesn't
losing a
necessarily
lot
work.
of his
I think it's
responsibility.
Just hit me on this,
Because he, like,
I have my cell phone on
basically
flash.
and like took everything away from him.
Bring that over here for a
And,
second.
But that would be the same thing as like writing as a
Jameson
paper,
brought up the
typing
idea
it,
of wanting
same
to
concept,
bring,
so
like,
don't I have
wild
to
animal
verbally say
as
it? I'll just stand up in front of our class and do it,
concept
nobody
because
go.
of the whole like.
What do you
I'll
guys
be on
think?
my way to
With the,
Syracuse to watch him swim slow.
Like April the
swim.
giraffe thing that was like everybody was watching
Gonna
live
take
on
that?
Facebook. They
Good luck,
actually
though.
brought that in.
Yes, okay.
So like
Is it
that
against
was so
SU?
popular, so
Or-
my idea
No,
was
it's
to
a
do
section.
Jameson's
Yes.
So
idea
we're going
was
against
to
Class B.
bring out a wild animal
Nodding.
and.
Yeah, I run track, so like I get the, they say track and swimming are like the two hardest projects because of like the stamina and like the breathing and everything.
Belong
So I
outside, not
understand.
inside, and definitely not where the are. So can I like ask a direct
Oh, no,
question
what am I
about
saying,
the
next
statement
month?
in the affidavit?
It's a week from
So
today,
like I could say,
Is
16.
that person's affidavit?
Is that
camera still recording?
so like do I have to like
You still recording right now?
bring like,
Oh, this
like
is
just
great.
read it and say, like how would I question it?
So John,
Didn't you say?
But it's what
Are you gonna
Alex
pay
said
for this?
to Jameson.
No.
Didn't you say to Jameson this? No, I didn't. I'd like to, let me refresh your recollection.
chocolate?
Did you get a,
Wait, what?
you did an affidavit on 9/16/2018? Yes. And on page 3, I'm just making this up. On page 3, line number
That's
80,
so
you said,
random.
blind.
Oh,
But
you
that's
like
what
some?
Alex
Yeah, I
said
got some
to
in my
him.
back pocket. You want some?
You're questioning that person who gave the affidavit.
Right.
You gotta keep it on go.
Very good idea.
All right?
No.
So,
I just got it today and I
Linda
didn't want it.
and the expert witness they're calling on the defense side, wrote a scholarly article called Monkey See, Monkey Do. So I think I'm gonna make that my theme for my opening statement.
Mhm.
I explained it to you better.
monkey see, monkey do, and then the subtitle is the implications of using primates as performers.
Yeah.
So, again,
Implication for.
So the monkey saw them eat chicken wings, so he figured he'd eat his chicken wing, his arm.
monkey, but if you think about it, monkey see, I'm trying to figure it out. I said it would be
Yeah.
great if we could figure out how to work it in, but monkey see, monkey do is the theme, and trying to relate it to the fact that the monkey or the chimp, primate, whatever we want to call him, is acting the way he's acting because of his trainer. His trainer, his handler is the most responsible for him. That's what that article tells you, and you can get if you can get the expert to say that. The article implies, or the article talks about the implications, meaning the risks and things
Yes.
we need to think about.
So by doing that, you're gonna say that he knows what triggers the monkey, he knows what goes on because he's the one handling the monkey. And because of money and resurrecting the show or his business, he turned a blind eye to his own guidelines.
Right.
He didn't follow. He could have stopped it at that point. He says, hey, you gotta go wash your hands or you get out of here, the monkey's gonna go nuts or whatever. But because he had to be on that show to help himself, it was on there. So you can, if you use it that way, you can do monkey see, monkey do. He did that, he knew it, and he purposely didn't do it. This is what he was taught.
And the big question is, this chimpanzee has been taught by verbal command his whole entire life. He is now 10 years old as a chimpanzee. Why change verbal commands to hand gestures with only 8 hours of training? How is 8 hours of training?
That's a fact that John was unaware of, I think.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so this chimpanzee was trained by Kozak by verbal, so by speaking to the animal, and now he decided to change it to hand signals. Monkey see, monkey do. He's used to being verbally taught.
Yep, but then you can use that, on there saying that, I would show that there was negligence on their part for not doing what they normally did, so you're using that. But that has to come out through you.
I can't say that, nobody.
Yes, you can.
I can't say that the 8 hours, that isn't that.
Where'd they come from?
It's giving back David
Right.
Kozak, the defendant.
So you can say what he's gonna say, you just gotta, whoever's cross-examining Kozak, make sure you put a big
Emphasis on it.
No, put a big bold thing, make sure I ask this
He has to
question.
say it. That's what.
Well,
that's
he
what
should
he
say
said.
that.
You gotta make sure he says it, or at least you ask it, and if he denies it, that you have.
Just so that.
Well, you got it in something.
You got it in something. You
It's gotta be
got
an
it in
affidavit or something,
yeah.
that you can make a meeting.
Oh, it is, it's in the deposition of Danny
Yeah.
Rosa.
So you gotta make sure that in that if he says, look, no, I didn't say that, that.
Section
in that
8,
deposition
page
that-
3, line
What's the
number.
question?
The, could you read the number somewhere that it came from on the questioning?
Yes.
Can you reference it like an affidavit?
Yeah,
Like,
hold
That's
on.
what
I'll
it calls
find
it. Because
Without, because it wouldn't, it's not being
being
presented as evidence.
It was supposed to be
So
done.
here's the,
You
here's
could've stopped
the
it.
big thing
You
with
train
the
differently, you
affidavit.
could try something different.
And we gotta, when we get together Monday, or even Sunday, by the way, if we have time.
Yes, please. Oh, wait, what time?
Well, I don't know, whatever time over the, I'll let you guys work this out. Whatever times you can set up over the week that you guys can come for times when you're available in the largest numbers.
117.
Because cross-examination is when you're gonna use an affidavit, you're gonna say, did you say X? No, I didn't say it. Well, here, I have it right here, line such and such on page so-and-so. What does it say here? Oh, yeah,
How does
it
that
said-
work? Wasn't there a case law about affidavits and evidence?
You don't have to put it in evidence.
Actually,
You're just
if you-
saying,
that's
this person, wait a minute, you
150,
said,
put it
then
in.
go to
Both for it.
117.
yeah,
Like,
you don't need to put it in evidence, you just need them to look at it and say,
We just wanted
Unless
to
they
touch
know
on
about
this.
Oh, I have that.
John wanted
Right,
to
so
know.
it's
I
your
asked for him.
character, they can talk
The
about it.
hand signals in only 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
But if you said, I told Barney this, that's
Yeah,
still
that's
you.
in mine.
Okay, but
You know, that's
Yeah,
where
but
you're trying to
if I
get
put
through
it
the
in my
conversation, have
opening,
with you, so
you
it's
just
not
have
gonna say
to
either.
100% make sure that you put it
Oh, it's
in your
100%
question.
in my cross.
Okay, then good.
Because that's like money. It's like free gold.
all right, well, it's 8.
We got,
My next thing was.
Yeah, so have you ever done this trick before when you use hand signals?
Jameson
With
Clark.
The
Delaware
show was
or
the
with-
first time.
I might be in a
And
deep
then
depression and not
train
be able to come to any
using
meetings
this new
because my
method.
LSAT's
About
score,
8
so I
hours.
might have to terminate my medicines.
Entertainment that didn't apply.
I might need this on Saturday.
I stressed learning. So how could I?
Yeah.
So what, wait, what were we talking about? What this
figure
weekend?
out what
Well,
questions.
we need to figure out a schedule over the next week so we can really like.
Sunday I have a football
Okay,
game.
so you need to know
Prepare,
what he needs.
prepare,
to get out
prepare,
of it.
prepare.
I just feel like this character tears down.
What's your schedule for Tuesday?
Like a lot. So I
meet
need to
every day
figure out
Well,
how to.
Tuesday.
I
Just
think we
really
should-
crack down
I'll skip
all
class.
5 days.
Every day this week
Especially
we're
on a
meeting,
cross-
sorry guys.
This is more important than class for me right now.
I,
It's the
honestly,
course.
I could make
You want
that
that
work,
character
if that
to
was a
say.
thing.
Like
but,
how,
we had to meet every
send
day.
to him.
Every day
This
from
is actually my
This is gonna be a full-time job for next week, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay.
That.
Alex, this
We
is-
should be getting
I see
credits
that
for
happen.
this. if
Yeah,
that
there should be
became-
credit.
By the end of it,
Like,
we will officially hate each other.
It should be
Ask-
actually.
so you did have a conversation
Why is this not like
about
at least a credit
that.
class or something?
It's a night
And
class
what
and
was
a
that?
half.
It's a good
conversation?
resume builder.
Yeah.
And then if they don't say.
They don't
What are we looking
they're
at,
going to
Tuesday?
do it.
Yes.
Or you say, so if they
We
can't.
could
Oh, we
cancel
did not
class,
try
you
to
can cancel your
How'd you
class,
do
and we have
competition?
not filed.
In fact, you told Alex
I did
that you shouldn't have wild animals or unpredictable, you just don't know what's gonna happen, didn't you? Yes.
Well, Alex said that they were unpredictable.
I'm really so
Then
nervous they're
changed
gonna be,
his
all right,
mind
Youth College and
saw how
Cornell
popular
University.
animals
They
were for
present still haven't gotten
So
it.
when
so
did
I
you say
guess
that?
I'm Valentine's
Kozak's
Day.
deposition. He says he
Prior
never
to
changed
the
the chip
election,
he changed the given.
No, this is
I'll
like,
have to ask
I
what the given is.
presented this,
It
I
says any
Given
chip
as a
aside
number.
from lives, no.
presented
It
the
said any
idea
primate
of
aside from
bringing a
lives.
wild
And he said
animal
it
Right.
for
Yeah,
entertainment,
given
and
to
Alex
come out to
shut
actually
down,
give
said
it
wild
is.
animals
Well, yeah, I know
belong
that's
outside,
no.
not
It's
It's a
not
smaller
everywhere,
monkey.
but I'm sorry.
That's not
and
anywhere
talk
near
about
chimpanzee.
and how animals are unpredictable.
I'm allowed to bring that up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think we kind of, yeah, we kind
His
of touch on
friend
that
Danny Kozak and
thing too,
Very
because
interesting.
he
He also
expressed
agrees
that he wanted to bring
it was a wonderful
Because
idea
another
and
animal
all of
besides
that
Elias,
stuff
because
that
I'm
he
saying
previously
he
said
was
was out the
aware
window.
that Elias was in
So
front.
that goes along.
So yeah, if you want to make that like
So
another
you're
point
talking
of
about the
emphasis.
side or the fence?
I just want,
Like,
Crossing?
I want to add it because
but this
this is his
This-
first chip.
witness is for the plaintiff.